everybody, here is the video that I've been waiting for. I don't know if you guys have been waiting for it, but I know some of you guys have, and that is this complete disassembly is what I plan on doing today. Obviously, I'm not going to rush this. This is my very first transmission I'm rebuilding. I've watched over 8 hours of footage on how to properly rebuild this, and I have a 600 horsepower rebuild kit from Monster Transmission. To be able to safely say that this won't blow up when I put my built 350 in there. That should be around 400, 450 horsepower. So we're just being on the safe side. I'm already well over, probably about 2,500 into this rebuild kit, and all the tools that you will need, I have. And I will go over them as I show you guys them. This thing's been drained. I've had it upside down. Most of the fluid is out. I have it on my wooden workbench. I have plenty of rags. One on the floor, one here, spare one there. That's what you guys are definitely going to need, is plenty of rags. Disassembly, you're really going to need not much special tools. Tools you need for disassembling that transmission, which I've already done, which you will see if you keep watching the video. You need some screwdrivers, long length, thick, short length, maybe even a stubby. Get some clips out. You need some picks, 90 degrees, straight, 45. Just have some picks. This is the most important tool. Not that these worked. I didn't use these snap-on ones. Snap ring pliers. I modified mine with some Allen wrenches and ground away at the end, so they had extended reach, and they were able to grab the ring. That removes one of your last pieces in your transmission, guys. This clip right here. A straight edge for measuring your reverse drum for flatness. A light. This is a tool you can get, which I will be putting a link to all the stuff that I bought for the transmission in my description for the video, whether it be part 1, part 2. It will be in the description if it is needed for that part 1, part 2, etc. This is the tool you need to compress this to get this snap ring out. Besides that, you guys are going to want a toolbox. Oh yeah, I forgot about these. You're going to want one pry bar or a long screwdriver. You're going to need a 10 millimeter, a 13 millimeter, a 15 millimeter, and plenty of rags and a nice empty work table. I don't have an empty work table, but I made it work. I had 2 buckets. One's got my pump in it. The other's just got my pan with every small pieces in it. And honestly, it may seem like a lot. I haven't even taken the sub-assemblies out. That's going to be what I do next, and make another set of videos for that. So, I guess, here we go. That should be everything you guys need. Like and subscribe. Tools. First thing we're going to do, I've already taken this bushing out. Sorry, bushing. Can't think. You guys can put in the comments what this is, or I can remember it later on. Anyways, you take a screwdriver. The rear main seal. Okay, the output shaft seal. There we go. I figured it out. Take a screwdriver, bang it in, pop it out. Don't damage your aluminum here, guys. There's one on the front as well, but we're not going to worry about that one yet. This is a 84, by the way. So 1984 700 R4s, or I should say 82 to 84, have 27 spline instead of the newer 31 spline. So it's less favorable, but I was not about to get a whole other transmission when this kit is supposed to hold 600 horsepower. So I shouldn't have any problems while I have it in the car. So with that removed, next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove this little keeper nut that holds this speedo in the transmission tail housing. So I'm going to take that off and get right back to you guys. And I'm going to try to keep this video condensed for you guys. It's probably going to be broken down into multiple parts, maybe part 1 and part 2 of teardown, part 1 and part 2 of rebuild. Once you got that nut out, take some channel locks right behind the threads here. Twist, wiggle, and pull. Speedometer gear goes inside here, like so. Just like that. Set that to the side. Now that that's out, reinstall your keeper. That way you can't lose it. So now you're going to take out these 4 bolts. I do believe they're 15 millimeter. Let me confirm. They are, in fact, a 15. I've left them all finger tight because I had taken just this output, this tail housing off. Forgive me if I do not say the right terminology. This is my first rebuild, and I have only watched 8 hours of videos, so I'm not completely knowledgeable, but I'll be able to mostly say the right stuff after watching all these videos. So let me take this off for you guys and give you guys a look of what it is underneath. With those 4 15mm bolts, that just comes off like that because I've already broken the seal. This is your gasket here, which was nice and crusty and hard. We'll just put this back on here for now so we don't forget it. That is the gear that your speedometer runs on. We are going to have to take that off, and there's a bushing in the back. I will be replacing all the bushings. I have mostly all the tools except one. With this, I do believe you take a screwdriver here and push this in and slide this off. I'm going to need 2 hands for it. I'll let you guys know if that's the proper way to take it off, and I'll be back in about 5 seconds. Alright, so we're not going to remove this right now because the video I just watched, the guy that I've watched for several hours, he didn't take this off. Well, at least he had a newer model and it had something different, so maybe he couldn't take it off. But either way, we're going to knock out the governor in here, which I've taken this out before, so I should be able to pop this off, not with a thin one like that, but get yourself a nice, thick, meaty, flat screwdriver. Take it, pop it off. You might have to use a hammer. There's your governor. Come right on out. Ensure that this thing is moving good. These two should both be, sorry, you can't see, like that. They should all move. That is good. Set that to the side. Usually, well, not usually, but sometimes they have a clip right here. These 2 dowels to hold this on so the governor doesn't pop the cover off. Not all of them have that. And some also have a cover right here. I just watched the one he had. His had a cover right here. Or yours could be like mine and just be output chapped. So now that that's all done, we're going to take off this 15mm nut for the linkage. Woohoo! Another 15. See if I can do this one-handed. I should be able to. It's just not going to be the prettiest camera view sometimes, because there is a seal behind that. Oh, man. It's covered in crud. Alright, with it sideways so you guys can see, this is our servo cover. Obviously, this transmission's been somewhat cleaned. It's not super dirty. I scraped away some of the dirt around here. There's a snap ring type sort of deal in here. So what you want to do is you want to tap gently on this thing all the way around. Free up that seal just a little bit. And with that done, you can see right in here. Well, I might be able to, I might not. That right there. There you go, good angle. Get it popped out. Work your way around, guys. It's hard to do one-handed and give you guys a good angle, but I'll make it work. So that seals off, and then you're going to take some channel locks. Right on this bad boy right here, and spin just like this. And it's out. Just like that. Bam. Bam. You got an O-ring in here for the cover. We're just going to put that back in. This should come out, but it's quite stucketh. So I got to get the rest of this servo out, guys, and set it as one unit, because I'm not trying to screw anything up here. I'm trying to take my time. Actually, never mind. There's a clip right in here. Take that clip off. Bam. Spring. Washer. Oh, where am I pointing the camera? Spring, washer, clip. Now this should come out. Let's not. So I need 2 hands. I'll get the rest of this out so you guys can see what it is. Alright, so with a good tug and a rag on this shaft here, guys, we pulled the rest of the servo out. Looks like this. Oh, more pieces. I'm not trying to disassemble it and not know how to assemble it, even though I probably have a paper telling me what to do. But there's that, and there's the spring in here. We'll obviously look for any signs of damage, although there really shouldn't be any damage on your servo. So I'm going to reassemble this just like it came out. Spring on the bottom like that. Spring washer and clip. Well, the clip doesn't have to go on. I'll just leave it like that. Leave it just like that. Now I'll put the I'll actually put the clip on just for assembly purposes, disassembly purposes, whatever you want to call it. Not trying to make mistakes. Servo. Set that over there like that. I obviously don't have nearly enough space here, so I'm gonna need to get some buckets for some parts. But with that removed, shift linkage, we're about ready to flip this thing over and get to the valve body, guys. So let me clean up, let me take more video, flip it over for you, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, with it sideways, I obviously have already taken all the bolts out. They're all 13 mil, and there is 1, 2, 5, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16 13 millimeter bolts. 2 of them might look a little different where the shift linkage mounts up. Be prepared for fluid to come out if you haven't drained it. I've almost drained it, but you can still see I still got fluid leaking. So now we'll use this transmission pan as a parts catcher. Set that to the side. Set these bolts to the side. And we can get cracking here. So we got our, I believe this is our accumulator here. And obviously this is our valve body, our wiring harness. I'm just taking a little look at everything while I'm here. I don't think this has a shift kit. Maybe it does. I'm listening to that popping sound, so it sounds like there might be a shift kit in this. Either way, we're going to get started on this thing. I'm going to disassemble the entire wiring harness. So you got 2 bolts here. You got wiring harness here. 1 down here for your connector. Then your 2 here for your pressure sensor. Well, they just slide off like that. Let me just start taking stuff off then. I don't know why I'm just, let me tell you guys, take it off camera. Well, actually I'm going to have to because I can't take that off with my greasy hands. So let me take all this harness off for you guys, and then I'll get right back to you. Okay. Normally I'd be wearing gloves, but you know what, I'm not. For this last harness, guys, there's this one tab right in here. You just gotta pry away. Let me see if I can do this without. Yep. Pry away. 3-tab harness. Click. Would actually go like this, and that tab goes on the side. I don't know if you guys caught any of that with my bad camera work. Forgive me for that. We'll set that aside too, guys. Next thing we are going to do is start taking out some valve body bolts. I think 90% of them are the same, but there's like 1 or 2 bolts in here that are different. Obviously, this one has a washer to hold in the harness. And there's another one elsewhere. I'm going to go refresh my brain with the YouTube video so I don't sound stupid when explaining this to you guys. Obviously, I'm trying to be informative here and not have you guys screw up your transmission too. But this is my first time, so I am a rookie. Let me get back to y'all. Alright, I'm just following along with him on the YouTube video, so we're going to take off this TV shift linkage, 210 millimeters. They're really long. I didn't expect them to be this long. Oh my gosh. So one thing he was mentioning is you do not want this cable to be backwards. You can install it backwards, but this is the correct way that it goes. With the little UB facing like that. So with that done, since these bolts are super long and don't want to come out, we're just going to leave this whole assembly. Set that in our drain pan. Keep it neat and organized. I have everything broke free on here except the 1-2 accumulator, which he does next. So we're going to break that free right now. All these bolts are 10 mil, except this one, which is, I believe, a 13. Since this is an earlier model, there is no What did he say this was? Shoot. I think it's another accumulator, and there'd be a pickup tube that goes from here to the front. That's why on these earlier models, when you put it in drive, it's really rough, and that's what I was noticing. I didn't know, obviously. Don't know all about transmissions yet. I'm learning. But that's why it goes super rough when going down to first or putting it into drive. It's really clunky. So let me get this thing off for you guys. Everything is starting to get greasy. You know how it'd be. Transmission, even me trying to be super clean, it's impossible. Let's see if there's a block off plate or if this is still factory. Because what you can do in here is you can double stack pistons inside this 1-2 accumulator. And I don't know if I'm going to do that, depending on if this is still factory or not. So we're just going to take it off and take a peek in here. You're like, hurry up and take this thing off. I know. With no assistant and I don't have my power tool, I'm taking forever. There's the spring. This is factory. There's only one piston inside here. You do want to inspect inside here for bad grooves. If it's not badly grooved, you can take a Scotch-Brite pad and you can clean it up. I recommend doing that always. Obviously, there's one longer bolt. You can look at the case and find out one longer bolt, and these two are the same length. So we're just going to throw this whole thing into our drain pan like that. I'm going to go watch the next video. I'm pretty sure he's going to tell me to take this entire thing off. He's probably going to take this off next, which is 13. Actually, I'll just do that for you guys. It's not rocket science. It's nuts and bolts. I'm paying attention. This is the shift linkage. You can see all the notches for it. Park, neutral, reverse, etc., etc. I'm about to go bring my, oh man, I didn't figure this thing would be that. Look at that. That thing has some bend to it. It's been on here for a while. Yep, so let me grab my power tool. Or let me just grab one of the drills over here. I can make this a little faster so you guys aren't waiting forever. Although, this is pretty much the last bolt. Okay, there we go. Always put your bolt back. Can't forget it if you put it back. That's a banana. Now I'm gonna go watch the video, but you can check how this is. Everything seems to be perfectly normal. Alright, let me watch the video and then continue making my video. Alright, let me see if I can tripod this thing for you guys for this part. Because I'm gonna need two hands, but I still want to film this. That's not terrible. Alright, so I got all the bolts that are the same. The ones that are different have brackets. And obviously this washer here, but they're all out. They're just sitting in the valve body. Now when you take this off, there's obviously this linkage over here. Okay, you can see me pointing to it. So this linkage here is still going to be caught. You'll have to fish that off. And there should be a few check balls that come out. So you'll hear. Yep, I heard a few check balls come out. And then still being caught. I'm trying to work this thing to get it off. I'm no transmission expert. I'm taking my time. There we go. That takes it off. I'll set this down for now. I'll show you what I can see. One of the check balls happened to stay where it is. Two of them fell into the case, I think, so we're going to have to do some digging there. One check ball is right here. You can tell because it's got the double. Anytime you see double, like check ball right here. Check ball, obviously here where I removed it. Maybe here, one of these. I can't remember. Definitely here. Definitely here. If it's got one hole and a square hole, I don't think there's a check ball there. Maybe a check ball right here at the bottom. Alright, so we'll keep this check ball for now. Throw it in there. You can do some deletes. I'm going to take this valve body and I don't know where I'm going to set it, but I'll set it somewhere. Just try to set you guys back down real quick. Take off this spacer plate. Okay, I got to take the rest of these bolts off. I didn't know if I had to or not. Being an older transmission, he never did one that had no second accumulator or whatever it was that these don't have. So we'll just go quick for you guys. Make this video short as possible, as informative as possible still. These are all the same. This is probably just a block off plate, and you can probably mod this thing to have that accumulator that the later ones do. And I'll talk to my transmission techs and ask them, do they think I should do that? There you go, it's just a block off plate. Throw that bad boy in there, throw the bolts. There's some more check balls. I'm looking at a lot more. This thing actually I don't think has ever been taken apart. You got a check ball up here. This is the one for your TV that you can't, that they actually recommend removing. You got one in this bathtub, one in this bathtub, one in each of those holes, and that's it for that one. And here's your spring for your 1-2 accumulator. Oh, there's also one in here. So a lot of check balls. Depending on your kit that you buy, they'll tell you which ones you keep, which ones you don't. Let's see if this says it. Yes, right here. I don't know if you can see me, the camera turned off. There's a C. C stands for case. So on your new, oh, this is nice. It's not super caked on here. On your new gaskets, you know the C goes here first, and then this one right here is a V, a valve body side. So valve body, case. We'll just take these both, set these over in the pan for now, and keep trudging on. Now we're going to collect some check balls. Get the rest of this gasket off. Let me see if I got a magnet in here somewhere. You know what? I don't have time for that, so we're just gonna individually get all these check balls out. Probably gonna fall out. Spring and piston. Bloop, 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 bloop. So what we'll do here, bring some needle nose, grab on this, pop, put it right back how it was, set that to the side. Now we got a lot of fluid that's about to leak out. Let me take care of some check balls, move this valve body, clean up, and tip this thing over. Next thing we're going to be doing is there's a few bolts for this linkage, I believe, that we got to take out. So I'll see you on a few. Okay, I'm still watching the video, but I figured I'd get to this. I've already dumped a lot of fluid out, leaking on my table. I'm going to have to replace the towel. Obviously, I'll use this one, because there's a lot of transmission fluid still in here. But there's two for this. This is really tight. Take the top one out. Make sure you move this to the side so you can get on this bolt down here straight. Because these things were tight. I had to use two hands, hold the transmission, the other one crack it free to get this off. And now they're both out. Ta-da! You can take that off. You don't have to take this linkage off. That was just to get those two bolts out. We'll put them back in. Where am I showing you guys? They're the same, so you can put them either or. lift that up, put that back. We're about ready to start on the inside of the transmission. This is literally about everything on the underside. All the check balls are out, all the valve bodies, blah blah blah. I got a grommet here for the TV. I don't know if we're replacing that or not. You guys didn't see because there's no filler. There was no filter on this thing. Yes, there was. I just took it off already, guys, when I drained. So I'm gonna get this out, and then next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take all these off for the pump. Take off this. This isn't supposed to be here. It's good that it is though. 82 to 84 didn't have this clip to hold this on. Keep the front seal in. Good clip to have. Good mods. So someone might have been in this pump. Maybe not the underside because everything looked factory on the underside to my knowledge. You also have this valve body. Let's see if it'll come out. No, this magnet isn't strong enough. So I need a stronger magnet to get that out. I might have one. I do have one. Oh, no, that's not a magnet. I have all the tools here, but just moving to this house with my brothers, there's a big mess in the garage right now, so can't find anything. But this has to come out. Well, it doesn't have to come out, but if you flip your transmission over and you drop it, where did that go? Oh, I'm freaking out. It goes right there. Just take that out. Oh, take that out. I love it. You guys aren't telling me anything. What is this stuff? Yeah, I know. Throw that in the bucket. Where was I at? Oh, yeah. I gotta take this out. Then I'm gonna take all these out. These are 13s, not 15s. So, you'll come back. You know what? I figured I'd get you guys in on this action. Already cracked all the bolts free. So I think someone's been in this transmission, at least the pump, because these are quite tight. And all these pump bolts, they either have a grommet or a washer or a gasket. These have, it looks like a gasket on them to keep this thing from leaking. Newer style, they have an O-ring, I believe. But this being an 84, it doesn't have that. I don't know why I still haven't grabbed my mini impact. I guess I just decided. Alright, let's try to set you guys up here. Tripod isn't the tallest. So I already have popped it free. I stuck it right here between the reverse drum and this whole thing, which is the valve body, guys. And as you can see, I've got the pump. After this comes out, I'm gonna swap towels. It's getting greasy. Alright. Here's your pump, guys. And here you should have, since this is an 82 to 84, I think have like 8 vein or something like that, maybe 9. No, it's less. It's 8 at a maximum. We're going to be putting in, I believe, a 10 vein rotor. You can retrofit a 13 vein rotor inside this thing. We're not taking it apart yet. We got the split washers here. Got our bushing here. And I did just get a bushing kit that's coming in today. I have a bushing set driver. I'll show you guys how to take these out. Hopefully I'll be able to just make it work with a screwdriver. But I don't want anything to slip. So we're going to set this in our bucket. Even though that's our trash bucket, it'll stay there. It's not going nowhere. Oh, here, you can't forget this. Do not forget your pump space washer, guys. You will have problems if you forget your pump space washer. For now, we're setting that on top, even though that's not where it goes. Alright, let me clean shop here, and then we will show you guys how to take out the reverse drum band. Alright, shop's clean. New towel. Got the gasket off that went around here for the pump. Now we're going to take off this band. Well, maybe it's already off. No, it's not. Okay. Alright, so that, one thing I was saying, if it falls out, that goes into this band. I'll show you guys once I get it out. It already popped out apparently. We'll just take a look at that. It is, I mean, still has material on it. Here's what I was talking about right here. See? Goes right in there and locks the band in place. So, band, that's going in the garbage. I'll pull this whole thing out. Oh, it looks so much lighter in the videos. Your entire reverse drum. Look at that. You can't see nothing because it's blocking the camera. Yeah, before we go any further, let's talk a little bit about this, because this is one you have to inspect. We'll separate the reverse assembly right there from that bad boy. Alright. Get me a blue rag, clean my hands. So this is your reverse drum, guys. It's the first thing that your reverse drum band goes and rides on. This surface you want to inspect. I am no expert. But the way you check these is you use a straight edge. So let me grab mine. I should have one right inside that'll work perfectly for this. Because if your drum is not flat, here you go, just a small metal ruler, snap on. Ooh, fancy. Don't need fancy tools, but you want to run this just like this. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to set you guys up. Something like this. Yep, look at that. I'll do this, and then we're also going to shine a light on the back to check for straightness. And of course, I can't find that either. Alright, pausing the video. I'm not going to have you guys sitting around waiting for my stupidity because I don't have all the tools here that I need at the moment. Alright, so the solution is my phone, guys. Straight edge, shine a light, and you're going to be looking, checking. Okay, this looks flatter than the first spot I checked. You can see, I can see just a hair of light getting by right there. I do have a transmission book, I believe, and I'm going to check for acceptable specifications for this, because I'm sure it's not going to have to be 100% flat, but there is slight warpage, if you want to say. Man, my phone's looking rough right now. What am I thinking? That's just something you want to take note of there. So obviously all your reverse gears in here, but I'm gonna confirm with my transmission people if this looks good to them. So we're just gonna slide this back on, and we're gonna continue on into here. Can't pull anything out yet, so there must be a retaining clip somewhere. We'll go with the 45. This orange clip, okay, that just came off. Super brittle. I don't know if that's an O-ring or a clip. Okay, that was supposed to hold that in. Problematic. This is your sun gear, I do believe. And you got two bushings in here, one on this side and one on this side. Sun gear. Still not able to take any of this out. Spin, spin, spin. Looking for the clip. It's hard to see. So let's bring out a flashlight. Okay, I can barely see that, but I see it. You guys are probably not going to be able to see it. But inside here, right at the, it would be, well, you guys aren't sideways. It's going to be pretty much straight where you guys look. Let me try to point it out with no light. Right here, there's a gap between this C-clip. I just moved it. Right there. You can see it move. So that's got to come off. That's holding the whole thing. Now is when I'm going to have to go get snap ring pliers. Go for the gram. Alright guys, so after about 30 minutes of messing with it, I got the clip out with these straight and then they go to an angle snap ring pliers. Must have. Alright, so on the 82 to 84, this is 2-piece. Normally this is held in by a clip. It's not. This is your 4-ring planetary. It's got a washer back there. Leave it on there. Set that to the side. And I do believe, okay, sun shell. It's got a washer on the back too. Just leave that there. This looks good, but we got a aftermarket upgraded one. So we'll be changing that out. This transmission's starting to get real light now. Now there's going to be a clip. Yep. See, I don't know if you guys can see it, but these are much easier to get out than that one. Over here on the side, you can see it, the tabs sticking up, and there is the, what's that spring called? It's not the Sprag spring, it is anti-clunk spring. So that's your anti-clunk spring right over here on the side, you can see. But this clip right here, just go in here. Oh man, that's tight. That's what? Harder to get out than I thought it would be. You got all these tabs you can put it in, so I'm gonna get this out and then we'll go from there. Well, so I got that clip out now, and that should be, yep.
No, compressing the frickin' slide.
Ta-ta! Output shaft is now out. That orange one I had taken out earlier, I do believe goes here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this was just an internal sun gear bushing that blew out. But output shaft is out. Now it's a case full of stuff, so we can swap to this. See if I can get it out. There it is. Ta-ta! What is your sun gear for your output shaft? Alright, I think all this just falls out now, so what are you guys looking at? I think all this falls out, so I'm just going to tip this case over. Anti-clunk spring should come out right here, and all these will fall out. Maybe not. Maybe this is a... Okay, I almost be wrong. They don't come out. Let me find the clip. Maybe it's just stuck on the clunk spring. Let's try this. We're going to call it stuck on that anti-clunk spring. So we're going to try to get that thing out real quick. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go through the video and watch, make sure I'm not missing anything so I don't screw anything up here, guys. And I'll get back to you with what I had to do to get it out. Okay, guys, it came out. It was just stuck. So I pulled this out. This is the one-way roller clutch. It should only spin one way and lock the other. So it's lock the clock, and it should spin this way. We have a new one here. There's a clip in here you can take out, but for now we're just going to leave it like this. Now we have our planetary. The other planetary, which is also 4. We're going to upgrade to a 5. Get rid of that garbage, dookie, whatever you want to call it. Just trying to stack things so I don't forget how they go. And then anti-clunk spring. I'll show you guys where it's at right now so we don't screw this up. And there it goes. Okay. I believe it went like that. So it's right over here on the side. Just like that. Anti-clunk. Anti-junk. Just kidding. And now it's just reverse clutches. Ta-ta! Which, further inspection, they are still looking pretty good. And I think that's it. I don't think there's any more wavies in here. Oh, what we got? The final. Yep, that's everything we gotta take out, minus I gotta compress that bottom piece. So give me a second and I'll get that out. Okay guys, here's one of the other tools you definitely need. You need to compress the springs on this down here at the very bottom. And you're not gonna really be able to see the clip, but I have it on the right side. This is gonna be fun to get off. No, it's not. This is gonna be worse than the other one. But I will get it off and then show you what's at the very end. And then we will be done with disassembly. Well, this is disassembly 1. Disassembly 2, which is going to be part 2 for you guys, is going to be me taking apart all the clutches inside and all the bushings. We're going to replace all the bushings. Well, actually, no. Disassembly 2 is just disassembling all the sub-assemblies, the pump, yada, yada, yada. And assembly 1 will be bushings, clutches, all that good stuff. Assembly 2 will be putting everything in the case. That way I can keep it to 10-15 minute videos for each part, hour-ish for the entire series, because I watch 4 hours of videos. I'd rather you guys not have to watch 4 hours of videos. You just take the tidbits of what I'm saying from watching another video, and we go from there, guys. So, like I said, let me get this out and be done with it. Okay, guys, winner of the day are these snap ring pliers that I've put Allen wrenches in that are longer and ground away just a little bit so they grab the rings a lot. They are the reason that I got this one out. Right here. That bad boy. See, I've been making a few of them. So now after that is out, remove your spring compressor, which I had to tighten quite a bit. Take that on out. And then you can take out, it's still under a little tension, all these beautiful springs. Take that out. You don't normally have to take this thing out, but you know what? You take it out to do the complete job, because there is a bushing right at the end. That's the reason you take this out. I always like to put stuff back where it came, so hook it into the spring, just like that, guys. And that marks the end. Did I miss something? Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe that comes out. We're about to find out, because I can't pull it out by hand. So, I'll set you up one last time for this video. This will be the end of part 1 disassembly. Whether I do the other half today and record it is a different story. Oh yeah, so light, baby. Maybe not. Tap, tap. If that doesn't come out, it's not going to come out. it's meant to stay. It's just I guess it's a part of the transmission. That's weird. I thought it would come out. Well, I hope you guys liked and enjoyed. I will, what I should probably do is put an intro with all the necessary tools so you guys can see what you need to buy. That'd probably be a good idea. That way you're not watching through the video, oh, where is this tool? What is this? Da, da, da. At the beginning, you just be like, all right, I need this socket, this socket, this socket, this tool, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And that's gonna be for this part 1 disassembly. Disassembly 2 will need a different tool for compressing a different spring like that one I just did. But anyways, I hope you guys like. Please subscribe. I will be advertising this one on my YouTube channel because I want this one to help jump my YouTube channel off, guys, because it's a big job. How many people do you see doing this on YouTube? Not very many. They've all been doing it 30 years. I've been doing it 0. So we'll see how it goes. Peace out. Stay tuned for part 2.